started. Just pretend to go to work. All right.
It's actually really dry. I'm very surprised. It's very yummy.
We are going to set up your YouTube channel. That is the start to a quite chaotic but fun meeting that I had with my mom that we did while we were doing a wine tasting. We were setting up her YouTube channel. Even though I am just starting to take YouTube seriously this year, I decided to use the same channel I started, I believe, in 2010. So it's been a while since I set up a new channel, and I have a feeling the settings are different, though I will be honest, I don't remember what there were. I thought this would be a great opportunity, and thankfully my mom agreed to walk through setting up a new channel and what to do for an optimized channel from the beginning, as well as just a smooth process. Through doing this with my mom, I was able to create a checklist of everything you should have prior to starting, the things you should consider while you're going through the setup process, and the next settings that you're going to take a look at once you've created a video. If this is our first video together and you're wondering, one, why my hair was straight and now my hair is curly, it's because I can't make up my mind. So you'll see both a lot. My name is Claire Liz Miller. I am making content here on YouTube to help you clarify your content. I need to find that sound effect. As well as on Sundays, this week, Wednesday, which I'm not going to lie, I did have that scheduled, I thought, for Monday. And how it ended up on Wednesday, I would love to know, but probably won't. That's okay. Moving on. On Sundays, I bring you along my monetization journey here on YouTube. And I am going to be changing it up and not just posting content clarity stuff. So if the chaos is something you enjoy in this video, stay tuned. There's more. Anyways, back to today's video. My mom and I went to a vineyard that is near her house that is wonderful. But what we did is we started her YouTube channel, and I mean from the beginning. We started a brand new Gmail account for her to even manage this through, so that everything was under one name. What's great about videotaping it is you know exactly how long it took. It took 36 minutes. I did cut down a few pieces because this included the parts of getting the wine tastings as well as just some typing and thinking. So I did speed some stuff up here and there so that you could not watch every single second. I mean, I didn't cut that much down. Anyways, I'd be curious to know what you think about the editing of this video. But this is the 36 minutes cut down to about 26 minutes so that you can get exactly what you need. What's great about this type of video is it allows for the conversation between me and my mom, which allows us to talk through what settings are right for her based on her goals, needs, content, and everything, which will help you question why you should make your decisions with these settings. Let's go ahead and get into this wine tasting, meeting, and setting up of her YouTube channel. One more thing, because I told you I'd have a list of things you should have together to make this an extremely smooth process, and here is that list. But outside of the research into each of these settings to know which would be best for my mom as an individual, these are the 8 things you can prep beforehand that will make this an extremely smooth process. The first thing is having your business handle or name figured out, then having a profile image, whether it's your logo or not, ready. A banner photo, and I highly encourage you to check the parameters that YouTube has for this. A watermark to put in the corner that will allow people to subscribe. The channel description you want when people visit your channel page. Any links you want to have on your channel or in any descriptions you have. A business email address if this applies to you, as well as a video description outline. Once you have all of that prepared, it will make the setup process of your channel so smooth. The only thing I didn't show in this process was creating the new Google account my mom was going to be using to run this channel. Once you do that, you are now where we currently are. And that is a brand new YouTube channel. So you're going to go into your name and then you're going to double check these things.
I think that works.
Perfect.
Great channel.
Great channel. This is when we should do. I don't think. There we go. That's the exciting
awesome.
part.
This is good.
You do like that?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Cheers, the second one.
That's a good Syrah. I like it. Alrighty. We're going to go ahead and continue. Let's do this thing. It's probably going to, yeah, there's going to be a few things it's going to ask you, like, do you want a dark mode or not? It's totally up to you. You can always change that in your preferences, but go ahead and close that. And so the journey begins.
Yes.
So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to start in your settings menu. That's going to be number one. Actually, let's do the fun stuff. Go to customization down at the bottom because this makes it look cool the rest of the time. And what we're going to go ahead and do, we're not going to worry about this for a moment. Let's go to branding. And since you have all of your stuff together, go ahead and upload your, the image that you'd like to use. Oh, it did that. Well, that's okay.
Change the name.
Whatever. And make it a little smaller. Yeah, drag the corners where you need to.
I want to make it bigger. So
Why?
Make it smaller.
The circles where everything's going to get out of this, in the circle is going to get cut out.
Oh, okay. So this is up.
So I think you need to we need to change the image.
Okay, well, let's just use this for now.
Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and do the banner image, which you have is available. See, these are all the lines you have to think about with it. Isn't that insane? So what is it? Oh, the TV. The TV is the one I was forgetting.
Ah. Okay, that'll work.
I wouldn't adjust that at all. I think you're good. That worked out perfectly. And then go ahead and scroll down just a little bit and you'll see the watermark. And go ahead and upload that watermark. We got you. Perfect. And publish. Number one. Save. And then go to basic info. Let's check that. And this should already be set up. You can add your pronouns if you'd like, because you're doing more of a product. It's not a person. Go ahead and copy and paste the description that you wrote in there. That's that one that's gonna, no. This is where my mom and I realized that she had saved her links, description, and everything we just talked about in a different Google account drive. So we decided to fill these in simply and go back and update them later.
That's good for now.
Perfect. And go ahead and scroll down a little bit. Got your URL. You can, if you want to add your links that you have saved, like your website and your Instagram, if you want people to be able to connect the two. Eventually, you can do your planner download there, things like that. Like I have my script freebie in that one. Up to you if you want to add Instagram or not.
I didn't save it.
Oh yeah, because I can't. Okay, so we'll do that later. So then, the email address that you have. This is all the boring stuff. I promise we're about to get to the unique stuff that you need to look into in a channel. This stuff you usually keep track of.
Okay. Publish.
Okay. That's pretty good for right now. If you want, just because we're here, go to layout. I just want to show you a few things while we're here. So this is where you'll come when you start posting content. Once you upload that, it's on still, because the green. Once you start posting your content, that is when you're going to come here and you can change it up. You have this For You video. This is just the layout when you go to your channel. I say put some stuff up and then go back and see how you want it to look. Okay. If you want this playlist above this playlist, if your shorts are the number one thing you're going for, you're going to put that at the top. I actually right now have For You up and I don't want it up there. So I need to go in and adjust that. So that's the layout. You'll come in here and you'll play around with this later. And for now, we're going to go ahead. Now we're going to go into the not so fun stuff, but the important stuff. So first things first, you do need to double check this because once you're monetized, that has to be correct. If it's not, I don't even want to know the headache you'd get yourself into. So yay. And then channel, basic info. You're going to want for monetization as well. Check your country of residence. You want to do this now because if you accidentally monetize without that being done, I don't even know if you can. But yeah, don't they make that hard? For a quick explanation, my mom has worked with computers her whole career, and she tried to do a simple UX feature of typing in what she needed to narrow it down, which YouTube does not allow you to do.
Yeah, that's really
crazy. This is where those keywords you're going to add to are. And I'm going to go ahead and throw this in here. If you want to check out this video that I made for creating your keywords, it not only walks you through creating your keywords, it makes it so AI does it for you, and they're really precise and super helpful. So check that out. You want these keywords to be broad and for your overall channel too. These are going to be the things that are are related to every video, not one video in between. So planner, planning, productivity, procrastination, and there's other ways. We'll redo this later.
Yes.
This is one of those things we had prepared in that Google Drive we can't access at the moment. To advanced settings. So here is, there are, when you're setting this up, there are settings you have to take care of, like the kids one that we're going to get to. You will like legally get in trouble if you do not answer it correctly. There are other settings that you get a choice. You need to weigh the pros and cons for what you want. So with that, this one, well, this is the kids one. No, you do not want to review it. Your videos are not for kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
There are so many videos on that. If you are questioning that, I'll find some help for you and link it in the description. We don't have a Google Ads account yet, so we're not good. We're good there. Does that scroll? I forget. Yeah. So here's what we're gonna go through. What, do you need to look at something?
No.
So for automatic chapters, as you'll see on the screen, I'm not at the automatic chapters. I'm at the automatic captions, and I totally didn't read close enough for that. I was way too excited to talk about automatic chapters, which we will talk about a little bit later. As for automatic captions, it's completely up to you, but if you do decide to use them, always double check what YouTube did to make sure it's right. So that's up to you. Advertisement, I always disable internet-based ads, obviously, but well, that's just what I do. That's up to you. Clips, I do allow people to clip my content because it is free advertisement. They get to clip it. I'll show you what that looks like too. I'm actually going to clip someone's content and make a video off of it because that was fun. So that is another thing I allow. You don't have to allow if you don't want free advertisement, because they also can't like steal it from you, which we'll get to in a second. Feature eligibility. So this is something you're going to look at, and we're going to need to set up. And I don't think we'll do this right now because we don't need time to do it. And it is off. It's not on the computer, but standard features right now, you have these features, which are upload videos, create playlists, add collaborators, all these things. You cannot add a customized thumbnail right now. Can't do that, which is really important to drive views. To do that, you need to verify your channel. That's literally it. Eligible. You just need to verify a phone number. So after this, because we're not going to do that on here, we're going to connect your phone number and get that verified.
Okay.
That will allow you to customize videos or customize thumbnails and other things like live streaming and videos longer than 15 minutes, but both of those aren't going to apply to you. But the thumbnails is
kind of important.
Absolutely important. And then later on, you'll get to your advanced features where the requirements are, video verification, which is uploading videos. There's just more to it. We won't worry about that right now.
Just getting started.
Then you've got your upload defaults. This is where the work that you've done before this is going to come completely into play, because you already have an idea of why you're posting, who you're posting to, what you're posting, all of these things. And so you can kind of think about what you need for each video. So your titles are going to be different every time. Mm-hmm. I personally don't do that. So that needs to just, you create a title. Description. This is unique. I don't know if you'll have this ready quite now, but you can fill it in. So what you can think, the way I like to do this is I put a new description for every video. Obviously, I have to describe which that video is about. But below that, I always have something like, here's what you should do next. And then I usually fill in a unique link, or I have, here's how to connect with me farther and all of this. I also have a disclaimer saying this is all advice, and you can't legally come at me if what I say doesn't work for you. So those are the things that I put in there, and I want that at the bottom of every single video.
Yeah.
So
that would make sense.
That's something that you want to look at. There's a lot of channels that do it really well. So we're going to need to write that. That's one of those things on that checklist that we need to write.
Yeah, let me get my notes.
For funny moments. Yes, you are the mom and technically the boomer, and I am the millennial and the daughter, but I do use pen and paper. I love it.
I do not.
I cannot use a planner. I can't even use my workbook digitally, but I'm glad you can. I have to print it.
I can't find things if I don't do it electronically.
This is probably why I lose things, seeing as I'm writing on a random piece of paper that has about 4 or 5 different lists on it right now. I have a system. I don't lose these notes. I do have a system. But I used to not. That sucked.
Okay, so I need
to think about how the repeatable description that you want, most likely at the end. And think about what that would look like for you once your planner is done fully and ready to be downloaded. you should always have a get your planner here section.
Right.
Something to think about is how you want to divide those, whether it's like I do some dashes. Everyone does it, but you can do periods, you know, just like a little thing so people know, a bunch of enters, all capitals, just some formatting, but we can go over that in a little bit if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. So here is a one I used to not do, but after watching a few videos, I have changed because it's really smart because I fell victim to this. Visibility. Have it always upload as private. That way, if it accidentally uploads and you didn't want it to be uploaded, nobody's going to accidentally see it. Like,
Okay.
Private or unlisted. I do private because it's only with the link, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so this one, you just want to change it to not being public. I disagreed with that. I was like, at first I was like, what? Why would you do that? And another good thing for this is it allows, if you upload ahead of time, it allows it to process so you can check for copyright. Like YouTube can check for copyrights and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So this is just nice to have as really just a safety. Here are those tags for each video. It's kind of like your channel tags. You want to be super general for these ones again. And you already have the notebook, so you can just go in and do that one page and get all the tags that you need for this.
Oh, okay.
So, and they're weird. So yeah. So advanced settings. This is where before we get to this license, I want to go over one more thing. Actually, I don't know where it is. Never mind. I'll just go over this. So for advanced settings, was that not automatic chapters? Yeah, you don't want automatic chapters. I thought that was already. Oh, captions. Should read closer. Yeah, sorry. I talked about chapters already. I'll have to clip. That'll be fun to edit. So when I was talking about chapters earlier, we weren't there, but now we are. So for automatic chapters, I've tested this. YouTube's is not very good. I wouldn't do it personally. If you want chapters, I would go in and do them yourself. I'm going to make the effort to do that on top of my own. The reason being is because they're just not usually that good when they do them. And you want them to be precise. Like I'm someone who loves chapters in videos, but I don't want it to take me something random and also not know what it is. Like if I'm going to use them, make them effective. So yeah, I turn on like allowing automatic chapters for everything I said prior, but now we're actually where it is. So then the next thing, we'll come back to these because yeah, video language. You're going to be in English. So we'll go ahead and English United States and title and description language. I just did this because OCD, I wanted it filled out. I actually never saw anyone talking about that. And caption certification is, yeah. I mean, you know these, but you don't have to fix this. The biggest thing that you need to do this if it's been aired on TV and things like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this content has never been aired on the US. This content has never been on the US without captions. Like, I would just leave it blank because it doesn't really apply to your content. So comments, you can allow, obviously, you want comments on. Comment moderation, you do want you have options. Yours isn't going to be controversial.
No.
Or
hopefully.
I hope it's not. Hopefully not. Like but I mean, this is a really good example with the fact that there's a lot of politics going on right now. If you were someone trying to make a content around politics, this is something you'd probably want to go in and do quite a bit of not just work, but research into how you should customize that. But you can just do basic. But the thing you can also and then show how many viewers like this video. You know, that feature, they added this, I feel like, just because Instagram took that away. But honestly, it's good on YouTube. Why not? People like seeing it.
Oh,
Instagram,
yeah.
it is weird, but that one I would leave on. So there's that. Now we're gonna go back to this little piece right here, which category-wise, I don't do an upload default for this. Because remember, this is what we're doing right now is for every time you upload, these are the settings we're putting together. I don't do that for that. I don't do categories for every video. Sorry. I don't do a default category because my videos kind of go into different categories. Also, their categories are really basic. I'm going to add this little clip in somewhere, but I watched an amazing person. I watched someone who went over this really well. And the way they said it, I'm not even going to try to say it because it was so perfect. But basically, on each video, when you go to upload, choose a category that relates but spend about 30 seconds on that and then move on. That's as much time as you should spend on that.
Okay.
It's super simple. I spent more time explaining it than you're gonna ever
Then I would
choosing
need
it.
to, yeah.
So here's one of those ones where it's really pro con for you. And you can watch videos on people saying you should or you shouldn't. Standard YouTube license means that you can't go, like, you could not go on and download one of my videos from YouTube and use it as your own because it's my video. It's
Right.
under my YouTube. Creative Commons license would allow you to do that. It would allow you to download my video off of YouTube and remake it, re-upload it, put it on your website, do other things. Some people will give you the advice that you should do that because, one, how frequently is it going to happen? And two, if it does happen, it's free advertisement. I did see a quote, someone that said that if you did that and theirs blew up and yours didn't, you can learn from it. But I don't know how much you could, but I also don't want someone to blow up off of the content that I put tons and tons of effort in and for me to just learn from it, I guess. It's all over the place. It's one of those ones I would definitely suggest doing research or having a really in-depth conversation. I personally will allow people to clip my content because that will be free advertisement. And I will allow them to do shorts remixing, which I'll show you in a moment, because that allows them to remix it, basically allows them to do the same thing, except for they don't have the ability to download it and now own my video.
Okay.
Up to you. I like standard YouTube license. Also something you can always come in here and change.
1 sec. Let's see how my channel goes.
Okay.
And if I feel like my stuff is that shareable, then
yeah, totally fine.
I'm
So
not a news person, so
permissions obviously are going to be that.
she's back.
Good. Yay. Refills. No.
Refill.
I'm going to take this moment to ask you, how long has it been since you created your channel? And how often do you look at the settings within your channel to make sure they're optimized for the most efficient growth?
The flowers.
Oh yeah, they're very
Really
pretty.
pretty.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you guys. You guys enjoy, okay?
Thanks.
Thank you.
First things first.
Yes.
Tasting number 3. Yay.
And we're really close to done, by the way.
Good.
Yeah, I really like GSMs. That's delicious. I like tasted that wrong because I was so excited.
Can I taste?
Mhm.
Please.
Can I take?
Yeah.
This is
I still like the first one best.
interesting. Well, then maybe we'll have to get a glass so I can try it.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's bad. That's good. It's not bad. Is what I was trying to say. I love when my brain's like, hey, 2 sentences at one time is totally doable.
Oh yeah. I mean, you got that from me. That's for sure. Make up new words.
You know what's great though is at least it makes it so I can understand a lot of the things that you say because I know the 2 sentences you're usually trying to put together.
I know. It's just like, oh, I got the parsing already figured out.
Yep. Oh, I see how that connected the dots now. So for here, unless you have a moderator, or something like that, that's when you can come in here and do that. But you don't have a moderator, you're pretty good. You're not gonna have users, you're not gonna have hidden users. You're not gonna be even doing lives. We don't need to talk about that.
No lives yet.
The only thing that's important on here but not even for you really is, well, 2 things is the bottom 2, which is blocked words and block links. People do not like links in comments. So we're going to block links. It also allows them to not advertise in your comments, but you can still comment with links, which is wonderful. And you can put them in your description, which is a good spot for them too.
That's good to know.
Blocked words. I don't have any blocked words. However, I did just see some tips that I'm going to change for mine. So I'm going to have you start there. And something like that would be like sub for sub. Like people who do that are really advertising. Actually, this is a great example. This is why I'm going to do my channel audit too.
Oh,
is because I keep getting the same message. It's literally copy and pasted. I've had it on 5 videos from different profiles and I'm not going to be like, I don't want that anymore. It seems like bad.
I wonder why people do that because
it's offering for help, but I know it's just like, I don't know. Yeah. I'm not ready to outsource yet either.
Well, and that's not the right way to get followers.
Yeah. At least I will say, it's a nicely written message and it's not just like sub for sub and things like that. But you can kind of, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll look up a little list of the basics, like sub for sub. There's really not many others. You could obviously you could put any word in here. If you do not want that in your comments, you can put that. That one is just good to know. These are the 2 links you really need, or 2 settings within here that you need to look at. And then these are just some of your defaults. You allow comments, you allow comment moderation, messengers in your live chat. You don't need to worry about because you're not going to be doing live chats. And then creator demographics. This is just up to you if you want to take the survey. I never did. I haven't. It's just
Yeah, I mean,
just that.
okay.
So, and then agreements, which is their terms of agreement. So that's everything. That is the settings, and your channel is now systemized and all of that. There are a few other. Let me check my little list. There are other things to do. A lot of videos I see, they're like settings you have to do. This is the settings for setup. Now the next thing is to go make some videos, get them on here. Well, now go make a video. And then there's a few settings when you post that you should also look at, especially there's a few settings different from shorts and long form videos. So there's a lot more to look at, but these are all the settings to get your channel live going. So now let's do this. Let's do this.
Nice.
So yeah.
I got a channel.
And this is
Oh, I
more
gotta
appropriate
fix
for
that.
us.
Yes.
Oh, the hummingbird does look kind of funky with its beard.
Yeah.
Beak.
Well, and its wings clipped and its tail.
And so if you set all this up and then go in and do it, I think yeah, here you go. So 98 by 98, it tells you what you need. So you can go and adjust with that too.
With this, since it's going into a circle, I just needed more white space.
Yeah, exactly.
So I need to shrink it down in the 98 by 98.
And that's a really easy fix. So, all right, let's do this. My mom and I wrapped up a few other questions she had and then just enjoyed the evening. Don't forget to use the checklist below of everything we went over to help guide your own experience of setting up your channel or double checking that your current channel is set up correctly. Thanks for joining today, and I hope you enjoyed this mom and daughter adventure as much as we did.